Good morning again, second graders. It's Thursday. We're coming close to the end of our first block with Jumping Mouse. Today we're going to do our writing for the time when little Jumping Mouse meets great buffalo. So let's take a look at our books and get ready to write. Here I'm adjusting my camera. So I'm going to read back through the entire book, and I want you to read along with me. And today, in addition to your writing, I want you to go and read the whole book to your cat or dog. If you have a stuffed bear or a stuffed dolphin, I know Ari has lots of stuffies. Read it to your favorite stuffy. I want you to go outside in the backyard and read it to the birds and read it to someone in your house. It could be a brother or sister or an aunt or a grandma or a mom or dad. So I want you to read it through 3 times. So we're going to read it together. The story of Jumping Mouse. And in addition, I want you to put your name at the bottom if you didn't already do that. So my first double page says, once there was a mouse, and there is my picture with the sacred mountains in the background. Now he has this interesting experience that no other mice seem to have. And he says, I hear a roaring sound. Notice that I'm tracking with a finger. You can track with your pencil or anything, a stick. But it is important that you are tracking. Why? Not because we're kids, but because this is what our eyes do. And we are training our eyes by making sure they're looking at every part of the word. So if you fancy yourself as a pretty slick reader already, slow down a bit, because you may end up missing some important things when we get into really complicated words. So be humble and be willing. It is the river you hear. And there is my picture of the 2 raccoon and little mouse speaking to each other. Now, he goes down to the river and the frog says, crouch down low. Remember how down and low look the same, but they sound different? So that's where your eyes have to take a mental photograph. Just do that again. Crouch down low and jump as high as you can, exclamation mark. And there is my frog. I have not caught up with you with pictures for the old mouse, so I have the writing. I cannot stay. Remember, can is a word by itself, and not is a word by itself. And when we glue them together, it's called a compound word, cannot. And so it has 2 N's in there. I must seek the sacred mountains. Does anybody see a hidden word in sacred? That's right. Look, there's red. You've got a little word in there, red, sacred mountains. And here, imagine Miss Shivani's picture of old mouse and jumping mouse. Now, You've made your picture of the buffalo here, and we're going to do our writing for buffalo. Now, please make sure that you are drawing and writing on every side of the page. I've heard from a few of you that you've skipped a page, so you can write it out of order if you want, because this is kind of a self-contained book. So let's think about, while I'm making my writing bars, let's think about what is important. What is it important for Jumping Mouse to say? And some of you really shared beautifully yesterday. You said, Jumping Mouse said, I cannot let you die. So let's use that cannot again. I can, and here comes the not. Make it beautiful. This is like you're publishing a book. I cannot let let's say buffalo. Buffalo. I cannot let buffalo. Here comes buff. Buff. There's our schwa. Buff. Low. 3 syllables. Buffalo. I cannot let buffalo die. That's a new one, isn't it? We haven't done this IE before. A lot of times it says E, but here it says I. I cannot let buffalo I. I give, just like river, give, if, has an E on the end, but it still says if. I give him how many eyes does he give buffalo? He gives him 1. And there's one of our red words. I give him 1 of, here's another red word, my, make sure that Y sits on the line and dangles down. Eyes. This is definitely a red word. Look at how we spell eyes. E-Y-E-S. It looks like a yes, but we say eyes. I cannot let buffalo die. And there you have it. Enjoy. Make it beautiful and make sure you read